Hi, this is Jodie.
Hello.
Hi, Jodie. So Jodie is Skyping with me from Kissimmee, Florida. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's right.
Which is about over 3,000 miles from where I am right now in Los Angeles.
That's right.
Yeah. So I guess I'm looking at your file here. You heard me from a radio show.
Yes, the Lisa Gar show,
Okay.
and it was just a eye-opening conversation that you had with her.
Uh-huh. What
And,
was it about what you heard that was interesting to you?
I what I heard that I found so interesting is that regular doctors do not treat the immune portion of Hashimoto's, and that's always been a question in my mind, and that's never been answered. Right? They just basically say you're on medication the rest of your life.
Right, right. And
For
you've been
thyroid.
dealing with this for about 18 years, huh?
Yes, yes. Since I was 16 is when I was first diagnosed.
Wow. And so this whole time, nobody's even addressed to you the possibility that this is an immune system problem, not so much a thyroid problem?
No, it's always been about the thyroid and goiter and, that's it.
Uh-huh. Okay. And so what kinds of symptoms did you have when you originally had contacted me?
Mainly fatigue and digestive issues.
Right.
Just overall, just not feeling great. Every day is the same, so you really don't realize how bad you feel until you start feeling better.
Right, right. And that was the case
Yeah.
with you? You started realizing, oh my gosh, I'm feeling better. I really felt crappy.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And like many women out there, you're a working woman, you're a mother, you're a wife, you're a chauffeur. I mean, you got a very busy life.
Yes, I do.
So
Absolutely.
you didn't have a lot of time to be sick and not be well.
Correct. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. What did you see that, or I guess, what did you see that I did that really made a lot of sense to you that made you want to take that first step?
Just the subject in itself was, again, the immune portion of it has always been on my mind and never answered. And just by hearing that conversation that you had with Lisa Gar and also about your wife,
Mm-hmm.
I immediately wrote your name and number down and called. It really hit home with me.
Right. Okay. And so we went through some changes. We went through some protocols. What have you learned from what we've done so far?
I have learned that when you think you're eating clean, you're not. At all. And that gluten is terrible for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I actually really have become more of a fan of meat, believe it or not. I wasn't so much before, but now I crave it. I love it.
Right.
But
Okay.
diet, I think, is one of the biggest things that I've learned.
Right. Yeah. It makes a huge difference.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So we've been working together for about how long now?
For 10 weeks.
About 10 weeks? Okay.
Yeah.
And so what kinds of improvements have you experienced from when we first started till now?
Well, within the first 2 weeks, I don't weigh myself at home, but I had gone to the doctor and I had lost 10 pounds.
In the first week?
First 2 weeks.
First 2 weeks, you lost 10 pounds? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. And of course, again, I don't weigh myself at home. I just kind of go by the way I feel and my clothes fit or whatever. But
Right.
Slowly but surely, it's coming down.
Wow.
And I definitely have more energy, for sure. And, even last week, I was just driving down the road thinking how good I feel. It just is an amazing feeling of how much better I feel, just energetically.
Wow. When's the last time you remember feeling that when you have your good moments? When's the last time you remember feeling that good?
Maybe in my 20s.
In your 20s. Wow. Wow. So this has made quite an impact on you.
It has, absolutely.
That's awesome. What were you thinking that I'm 3,000 miles away? How could this possibly work for you with that? What were you thinking?
Well, you had addressed that on the radio show as well, and you stated that you have clients all over the world.
Yeah.
And so that part of it, I guess it didn't even cross my mind. You know, you explained that you do this through video chat and phone consultations and keeping in touch. So it resonated with me.
Right.
It didn't even occur to me that I have to be in your presence, I guess.
Right. Okay, great. And so it worked for you, obviously.
Yes, absolutely. I think it actually works better because I am so busy that it's hard for me to, you know, make appointments locally and keep it this way. You know, if I'm on the road, I can still connect with you.
Right. Perfect. That's awesome. So if you were to give me an overall percentage of improvement that you've had from day one till now, what would you say?
I'd say about 60%.
60% improvement. And
yes.
Do you think that's good, fair, average, great in a 10-week period?
I think it's great, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know things don't happen overnight. It's, you know, we're in a society that thinks that that's the way things work, but it doesn't. Right. So, yeah, 60% I think is fantastic in that amount of time.
Yeah, and I guess if you consider you've had this for almost 18 years, and in 10 weeks you made 60% improvement, I'm pretty pleased with that, too.
Yes, absolutely, and I'm looking forward to even more.
That's awesome.
To 110%.
Exactly. Wow, well, thank you very much for this. I'm sure other people are watching this are going to get some hope that they could be helped out, too, long distance.
Yes, I hope so too.
Okay.
Definitely.
Great. Thank you so much for doing this. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome.
That's awesome. Good job.